Yo, everybody, hold your horses, strap yourself in. It is the weekly top 10 list from CovrPrice right here on Lords of the Long Box, hosted by and curated and keeping the dream alive by our good friends at CovrPrice.com. Everybody, I'm Gabe. I'm hosting tonight. You're going to notice it's a little bit of a sausage fest. We don't have the beautiful, amazing Miss Laura here. We don't have Miss Bird City Comics with us at the moment. She is in Europe.
Yes,
doing
she is.
her thing. Yeah. So everybody, we're going ahead and give well wishes and much love out to Laura. Hope she has a great time there. Hope she has a safe travel back. Since we're missing some lady action here, let's go through and we're going to play some DJ fun with little Miss DJ Lady Style. It's a little bit of a long video. It's awesome. I love it. Stick around, listen to it while you guys congregate. Go get yourself a drink. Go make a sandwich. Smoke them if you got them. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. Game. EA Sports. Game. EA Sports. Game. EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. What have I got? EA Sports. Here we go.
Round one, fight! Oh, you get...
All right.
Wow, you picked a long one tonight, buddy.
That's what she said. So, thanks everybody. So that was a nice, enjoyable.
Touche, bro. Touche.
I hope everybody's going in hot today. Hope everybody feels like playing some old school 8-bit video games with that as well. Once again, everybody, welcome back to Lords of the Long Box. I'm Gabe. I love 90s comic books. I love comic books in general, but the 90s stuff is where my heart is. Marty, say what's up to the good people.
Hey, what's up, good people? My name is Marty at Comic Book Fanatics, of course, and I love Gabe.
Yeah.
So, there you go, man. Thank you, guys. I love you guys, all of you guys. Thanks for joining. If you're joining us live or joining us on the rewind, we really appreciate you guys joining us as always. We got an interesting list tonight. We got a very interesting list, so I'm kind of very curious to see what the chat has to say about this. You know, see what their offer list is like. But yeah. Back to you, brother.
Awesome. And also here with us is Mr. Dr. Yo-Yo. Hope you guys didn't miss out that one time he was in here just showing off his yo-yo skills, just making the rest of us just completely inept to everybody else in the world. That's my boy Chris. Chris, tell everybody hello.
How's it going, everybody? I'm really hoping tonight that my audio sticks it out. I know that Thursday was a little rough, but I hope that it goes well tonight. Please speak up if my audio blanks out. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. I hope you celebrated it with somebody who was going in labor around you. That's what it's for, right? It's a great list, and I spent my weekend going through a 10 long box haul that I picked up from the flea market. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and let's get into it. Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. So we're going to be talking about, I don't know the intro. So we're going to be talking about, this is going to be an aggregated list of the top 10 selling books for the week ending August 31st. So
there you go.
This is complete based on sales, quantity of sales. That's going to be the comic books that we're going to be listing and discussing tonight. Also, if you're new to the show, welcome in. Hi, I'm Gabe. That's Chris. That's Marty. We're all here to talk comic books with you. But at the same time, if you want to join in on the fun, you're going to be seeing people put in 0/1, 1/1, 2/3. You're going to be seeing these numbers popping up. What that's going to indicate, if you want to join in, is if you have that comic book that we are talking about on the list today. So if you got that book, let us know. Put it in the chat. Good luck to everybody out there. I hope everybody, knows their collection well enough. Maybe you might find a couple cool things you might want to add to that collection. But going first, I don't know who's going first. Which one of you guys?
I'm going first. I think I'm going first. I'm doing the runner-up. Yeah.
Marty, you got the runner-up, buddy. Let us know what is the runner-up today.
Yeah. Runner-up is The Amazing Spider-Man number 252. This is the newsstand edition, published by Marvel in May of 1984. Movement last week caused the newsstand edition of this key book to land on the charts, and it's not surprising. It's the first appearance of the black suit Spider-Man design, and fans have loved it from day one. It consistently on collectors' list of must-haves for good reason. The homage to Amazing Fantasy number 15 is the chef's kiss on top that continues to bring fans into the hobby. We tracked 14 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 93%, with a high sale of $400 for a near mint copy and a current very fine raw of $159. There it is.
There you go.
Very nice.
Now, runner-up, not surprised, to be honest with you. I especially with Secret Wars number 8 making the list, I think, almost like at least 2 or 3 times in the past week or so. And so I see this coming up, especially with the news, the talk, if you will, of the Marvel Secret War movies.
Yeah, because like you said, we did have Secret Wars 8 on here, I think, at least twice in August. And we even talked about it. We're like, which one's the first appearance? What's the big one everybody's going for? Apparently, this is the first appearance. The comic book market kind of dictates these types of things. This was the first appearance, but we haven't seen it on the list. We were seeing Secret Wars 8 on the list more than this one for whatever reason it is that's out there.
Yeah.
You might just like the cover more. Who knows? Things of the sorts like that. Secret Wars is also a big thing too. But just good to see 252 on here. We'll see if it creeps up later.
I think it will, man. I see big things for this bad boy, if you will.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think that because this is in the character's title book, right? It gives it kind of a little more gravitas than the crossover event. As important as it was, this is the first Spider-Man book with him in the black suit. So, I think it is. It is.
Yeah, and this came out way before Secret Wars 8 did too. It was like a whole thing like, oh, well, when did this happen, right? So this is where it's kind of popped off. There's a lot of history on the black suit happening, how Marvel thought it was going to be a disaster and they wanted to pull it off real fast, but ended up being a hit and they had to bring it back. Like it was a whole big thing. A lot of interesting information with the idea of them changing the costume. I love that this is an AF-15 homage cover. Klaus Janson doing the ink, Ron Friends, kicking butt on the cover. So
absolutely.
Excellent start to the list, everybody. We got a lot of people in the chat who have this already. So this is Amazing Spider-Man number 252. This is a newsstand. We're looking at a CGC 9.6 going for $435.
Oh yeah.
Well, one more thing before we get off of this one, Gabe. If this is out of reach for some of you guys, but you still want some of that first Spider-Man black suit action, you can go pick up Marvel Age number 12. Same time frame, 1983. That's got a sketch in the back for the preview of Spider-Man in his black costume, but it has a red logo. That is just around $25 to $35, depending on condition. It's very much in the reach of people who this copy is just, a little bit too hard to find. But if you want in on that action, Marvel Age number 12 is your book.
Marvel Age number 12, ASM number 252, along with Marvel Secret Wars number 8. I say get those. And I think I talked about this last week as well. Those are the three culinary with the black suit. So I say just have those three in your collection. You won't go wrong.
Yep.
I agree. Everybody should have a black suit Spider-Man comic book in their list. Whatever it's in one of these three, or like Web of Spider-Man number 1, or anything else throughout the runs of Spider-Man, the black suit era is gold. There's some great stuff in there. So good info there, Chris and Marty. Let's move on. Chris, you're up with number 10. What do we got, bro?
So number 10 at the bottom of our top 10 list, we have Power Fantasy number 1. This is the regular edition from Image, and it came out just, I think it was like last week or the week before. No, actually, no, I take that back. It was the beginning of August. That's right. This book has steadily been making waves in the aftermarket. One week, it'll spike into the top 10, and in other weeks, it drops down to runner-up. However, since it debuted, it has maintained a position as a top-selling book in the aftermarket, with the story and artwork having received positive praise all around. When this book hit the aftermarket, the price soared. Now that prices seem to be cooling off a bit, books are moving faster than those who missed out on the first issue. We tracked 16 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 70%, with a high sale of $50 for CGC 9.8 and a near mint raw of $14. I picked this up in a bundle with the so I picked up this one with the Chase variant. I think I paid $30 on eBay, and it arrived just the other day. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I got to read the story. You know what it reminds me of? It really reminds me of Rising Stars. Speaking of comics, because you kind of have this, regular people getting powers kind of thing. So I don't know. I dig it. I think that I think this could go places. This is definitely a book that I could see getting optioned in the future.
Hey,
CGC 9. What's that, brother? I'm sorry. A CGC 9.8 is for $50, man.
For the regular copy, for the regular cover.
for a regular cover. I say get it, dude. I mean, that's less than what you're gonna pay for getting it boxed up and getting shipped out, right?
Yes.
Right. But on the flip side, if you want to be that person that was to send in your copy hoping to get a 9.8, it's going to cost you at least $50 to get it graded. Shipping,
Exactly.
shipping back,
Exactly.
grading process itself, all that fun stuff. And if it doesn't come back at 9.8, whoops,
Very much
maybe
true,
it'll
brother.
might get a 9.9. Good luck. But be cool with that. Also, look at this. We got James Wynn in the house. I don't like CGC. Oops. Earlier, he says that he is new. That's what I meant to highlight. James, welcome in, man. Thanks for coming in for your first time. If you liking everything, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We do this on Tuesdays. We do a Shaker show on Thursdays. CovrPrice. We got you loaded up here. All kinds of great comic book live shows here on YouTube. So
yeah, thanks for joining. Absolutely.
Yeah. James, I know that, getting your books slabbed and having them forever encased so you can never read it seems like something that may just be a little strange, but getting things slabbed and graded, that's just part of the market now. And it's across all markets. And a lot of people like to have their books protected. I'm one of those people. But I also have thousands of books that aren't protected that I love reading. Those are my reader copies. It's okay if you don't like it, have one or the other, or be like me and have both.
I'll tell you, like TiVo used to, what the things that TiVo used to say was, dude, there are so many platforms that you can read comics on nowadays that you don't even have to crack that book. You know what I mean? I would say grading your. Well, I don't want to get on the soapbox because this is an old story. It goes back from the days, but nevertheless, everybody collects a different way. So collect how you love.
That's right. That's right. That's the theme around this show. Collect what you love what you collect. All right. So let's see. Marty, Chris, great information on this book. Great information about CGC sales. Marty, you're up, buddy. Number 9. What do we got, bud?
Yeah, number 9 brings you Grommets number 4 by Chuck Beebe. This is the 1-in-10 ratio, published by Image in August of 2024. Grommets is one of those rare comic books that is authentic to its time. It is a slice of life, a nostalgic trip back to a different era. The first book was a hit, and subsequent issues show the same promise. After every debut, we see the 1-in-10 retailer incentive take a bump in the aftermarket. It's a great series to pick up if you don't want to get thrown back into a different generation. We track 12 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 16%, with a high sale of $25 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw of 22 bones. Okay. Anybody on this? I've never heard of this book.
No, this is a new one for me, but I love this cover. I mean, this screams just mid to late 80s to me, or early 90s. He got he's wearing chucks. He's got a denim vest. He's wearing he's using a shaped death skateboard. I mean, this is some good stuff right here.
This is interesting that this would be on this list, because you kind of are guessing at sometimes, like, what's the interest in this book? What's going on with this, right? Is something else that they're seeing that we're not seeing?
Yeah. I definitely want to get into this and look at the comics based off of the cover, right? And what we're seeing in the yellow boxes. I believe this is a compilation of a couple different stories. So I have to wonder if one of those stories is important and maybe has an important artist or an important writer that is bringing something in. Maybe there are already talks in play with some of those. Like there was one that I picked up a couple weeks ago that it was the same kind of thing. It was a bunch of different stories, and some of them were amazing. Hey, I'd like to give this a try too.
Sure.
Apparently, it's a video game art homage. Derek, let us know in the chat. I'm curious, what video game is it? 'Cause I know it's not Skate or Die. I know it's not TNC Surf.
Yeah.
Those are the only skateboard games I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, other than like, is it Tony Hawk? I don't know. Either way, let us know. That's awesome. So cool. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Chris, you're back on deck, bro, with our number 8 for the week.
And here we got Wolverine Revenge, the Red Band number 1 by Francis Yu. Tales from the Crypt number 39 homage, 1 of 25 by Marvel in August of 2024. Marvel definitely hit a win with this new promotion. Red Band retail incentives have consistently made the top 10 after their debut. This Wolverine book takes inspiration from Tales from the Crypt number 39 in a cover homage. It's a great addition to fans who have been collecting the retailer incentives. We tracked 27 copies sold with a 7-day growth trend of 2% and a high sale of $59 for a near mint copy and a current raw of $43.
Wow.
You gotta love these old homage covers.
Yeah,
you know, I didn't realize this was an homage cover. I mean, of course it is. They always do with the Red Band stuff, right? I just couldn't figure out which one it was. I had to look it up, and I was like, oh, I guess. Like, it's not the most obvious homage on it. Because in the original cover, it's like a psycho, like running down some kids in the forest. Right. And this one doesn't quite like give off that. It's intense and pretty scary. It's not the cry, but it's like a really intense. Like you can see the fear in the kid's eyes. In here, not so much. But I love Lionel Francis Yu. All of his work he did like on Secret Invasion, all that great stuff. So good stuff. I don't have this cover. But I did get Wolverine's Revenge because it's Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo. Great fun story. You know, Greg Capullo killing it on the art duties. Could use a little bit more backgrounds there, Greg, but that's just my opinion on comic book art. But yeah, awesome, guys.
So the Red Band thing is something I think that we should be paying attention to. This is obviously Marvel kind of feeling out the market to see if there is an incentive for not just variant covers, but for variant interiors as well.
Yeah.
And I think this is a bold experiment that we could see become a very big market trend. We should see copycats of this coming out within 6 to 8 months.
Well, look what's coming up too, right? We have Halloween around the corner. So I think we're going to get a lot of boost in what we see as far as horror covers or horror related covers, if you will. So there you go.
Yeah, and speaking of Halloween, give me a second here. TiVo used to every October, it was a monthly post on his Instagram of like Halloween covers. And I'm going to miss that this year with him not being here for us to do that anymore. But there goes just another, marching orders for the viewers and for the crowd. Celebrate Halloween, a little bit of TiVo remembrance. Post some awesome Halloween related comics next month. So let's see that happen.
And if you're looking to move horror or Halloween covers, this is the time of year to do it.
For sure.
Last week of September, put it up. I have a bunch of the original Vamprillos, including number 1 Slabbed. That is going up to eBay in the last week of September because I think that is when it's going to get the most attention.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. You're going to see a lot.
Also, the Spider-Man 36, that 9/11 issue.
Yeah.
This is the time to sell it too if you want to move it. It always pops off this time of the year for obvious reasons. But
of course,
either way, Chris, that was you. Marty, bring us up to what's number 7 on the list.
Yeah, number 7. Number 7 brings you Deadpool number 31, direct edition, published by Marvel in July of 2014. Marvel is doubling down on Deadpool. Just before the release of Deadpool and Wolverine, Marvel announced that Merc with a Mouth would meet his demise in Deadpool number 6 in 2024. Following this issue, Ellie Camacho will take on her father's mantle as the new Deadpool. Deadpool number 7 will debut on October 10 of this year and fans are preparing for Ellie to step up to the plate by picking up her first appearance. We tracked 11 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 41%, with a high sale of $85 for a CGC 9.6 copy and a current near mint raw of $43. Not bad, man. I mean, I would definitely buy 9.6, $85 for CGC. Absolutely, man. All day long. Because if this is, you're talking about Ellie Camacho, and you're talking about Merc with a Mouth is going to meet his demise, quote unquote, right? Meet his demise, because who really dies in comic books, right? So
they already killed him once before,
right?
Yeah. Marty, I'm going to be on the other side. I think that this is a sell indicator. I think if you have this, you should be selling it right now while the market is interested. And I kind of point to the first appearance of Ironheart as my baseline for that thought process. For some reason, Marvel tries this a lot to replace a prime character, a prime mainstream character with a younger, usually gender swapped version, and they always revert back, and it's always kind of forgotten about, right?
Yeah.
They tried it with Ironheart, and I love the Ironheart character, and I think it has legs to grow. I think it'll go back up. But I think right now, while Ellie is getting attention, you sell this book, and then you pick it up at half the price in 6 months.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, especially with Ironheart, because I just didn't feel it with her,
Yeah, great info, guys. Yeah, so sell, buy if you're interested in it. I agree with Chris. I've said it on the show before. I'm just not a fan of let's kill a character, especially a character in its most brightest heat light that has ever been shined on Deadpool. So let's go ahead and kill him and replace him with a no-name, nobody character kind of thing.
Right? Like how many times has Wolverine died, right?
Right. And and you're not going to get bigger than Deadpool right now. Deadpool's not going to get any bigger than he is now off the success of Deadpool and Wolverine. Just that thing is just cranking out money left and right. So nobody goes to a movie and then goes by comic books anymore. That's an impossible transition anymore. That Venn diagram does not overlay at all. But what a time to just kill off a major character and replace them with just a nobody character. But hey, we'll see what happens. It might be the biggest thing in the world. It might bring comic sales back up to big numbers again. Who knows?
Yeah, I say, get it, especially if it's this cheap. CGC 9.6 for 85. So you maybe a 9.8. You're looking at maybe 100, 120 at that. Yeah.
It works.
All
right.
It's
going down the list. Number 6, Chris, you're up.
Oh man, I'm so happy I got.
Ooh, look at this.
Oh,
beautiful.
This is a badass cover with
my god,
beautiful purple coloring. It looks awesome in a frame. This is just this is where it's at right now. And I've got to tell you, the story here, it just slaps. I mean, this story is bonkers. Aliens versus Avengers #1 by Mark Brooks, Marvel. It came out in August, so just a few weeks ago. This cover is excellent. Welcome for the Alien franchise crossover. It's action-packed cover of the Xenomorph going toe-to-toe with our favorite Marvel alien, Venom. It not only kicks off the series with a bang, but it is also a minor key. Miles Morales debuts a new costume at the end of the book, and it looks like the fans are digging the look. Sales for this book have been taking off alongside a 1 in 100 virgin variant of this cover. We tracked 19 copies sold, 7-day growth trend of 448%, with a high sale of $75 for a near mint copy. And this is absolutely incredible. So I don't want to get into spoilers, but this story takes place on an alternate. It's not the 616; it's something else.
Right.
But it is bonkers. I mean, it goes hard. You guys definitely got to pick it up. You definitely got to read it. I'm not going to spoil it. Although that did kind of give a little bit away with Miles Morales, but man, he is badass in this story. The alien threat is real. You guys got to pick this up and read it.
Dude, first of all, this cover, Mark Brooks, you can never go wrong with his art style. This is an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous cover. And just seeing this right here, I want this. I want this now. And even more so, you know what? I think too, I would love to have someone do me a sketch of just exactly like this, but have the Predator in place of Venom or something with that nature, you know? That would be an amazing
Oh, dude,
cover.
you got to look at some of those Dark Horse Presents comics.
Oh, yeah.
From the first, Predator versus Alien.
Yeah,
stuff.
I have quite a few of those myself from
There's
the
some of those, dude, where I'm like, I want this cover I want this cover painted on the side of a van. It's so dope. Like, there's some great covers
gorgeous, yeah.
in that Dark Horse Presents run of things. And like you said, this Mark Brooks cover is great. I didn't even know it was Mark Brooks. I'm glad to see him kind of step out of his comfort zone of like cheesecakey hot chicks. Not that I don't have, not that I hate or have a problem with cheesecakey hot chick covers. That's all well and good. But I'm glad to see him doing something with some kind of action and motion going with it, you know? So, and doing the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is one of my favorite like horror characters. One of my favorite movie franchises is Aliens. I have this in my pull box. I haven't picked it up yet. Not this cover, just the regular cover. But again, Jonathan Hickman, I'll pick up anything that dude buy or anything that guy writes, I'll buy. This is one of those things. I love the cover. Chris is giving it a thumbs up on the story. I can't wait to pick it up myself and check it out.
Sure. My only gripe is the logo. I don't like the AVA logo up the top. I think it's blocky and kind of distracts from the cover. So if you're going to go after this particular variant, I would pursue the 1 of 100 Virgin.
Was this a order all you want variant, like a B cover or something? Because nothing in the notes says that it was like a ratio.
Yeah.
I think so. There is a Virgin of this. It's a 1 of 100.
That's the 1 of 100 is the Virgin. Yeah.
The trade is special. I just think it's a variant.
I don't like that 20th Century Studios logo on the.
I don't like that at all. No,
the AVA one is kind of cool to me. I dig it, but that 20th Century is just takes up so much of the cover there. Like, I get it, but all right.
It totally ruins the whole aesthetics of all of it, doesn't it? Yeah, I think
like
you're right, Chris.
Comics, like that logo in general is just an eyesore for sure.
Chris, I think you're right. I would definitely go with the Virgin variant on this one. The Virgin copy of this, because I can imagine how beautiful that would look without all the scribbled around it, you know?
I will say that if you like Xenomorphs and you're a fan of Marvel, this whole series is going to give you some banger covers. So definitely keep your eye out on it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. See where this stuff goes. It's a great story, according to Chris. I can't wait to pick it up myself. All right, Marty, you're up next. We got a little bit of a theme happening, which goes with the DJ music earlier. So what do we got for number 5?
Absolutely. And, once again, here we go with game covers. Number 5 brings you Sonic the Hedgehog, number 72, Nathalie for Drain. Cover RI 1:10 ratio, published by IDW in August of 2024. There are amazing books released this past week, and Sonic is one of them. The Speedster has a good track record of putting out great 1:10 retailer incentive covers. For Drain's epic covers comes at the best time. Sonic the Hedgehog 3's trailer just dropped this past week. It was widely praised, showing how far the trilogy has come in generating an audience for the beloved Blue Hedgehog. We tracked 24 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 23%, with a high sale of $20 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw of $15. There it is. I like this, to be honest with you. I'm really liking the white background, the white cover, really great artwork. I'm not really familiar with Nathalie for Drain, but I'm really liking her style.
Dude, anytime I see a white cover like this, I get anxiety. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be completely dirty when you find it on the shelf. It's gonna be, you don't immediately bag it up. Like if you leave it like in your stack of comics for a while, it's gonna rub off and get dirty.
Yeah. When you're picking it off the shelf, you're picking it from like the middle of the stack, and just checking out the corners and make sure everything's good. But yeah, you got to put that boy in some Mylar if you're going to hang on to it. If you're not going to grade it,
these things are going to get dirty so fast, and just they slide around in the boxes when they get shipped to stores. Like it's a tough thing. I'm not an anxious person, but these white covers, I'm like, oh man, these things are just there to make things harder. And for $20, this is more or less what Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't think is the biggest selling book in the world. I don't see it on too many shelves for stores to order it. But $20, double ratio, I think that $20 is more or less what these kind of go for. So it's holding its weight. I usually see these things on shelves for $20. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, retailer incentives are always good to pick up for hot topics like Sonic. If you can find a retailer incentive at your local comic book store, then definitely grab it. Low risk, potential high reward. This is one of those examples.
Can't go wrong with it. I mean, these are the kind of books. Again, Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't sell a whole lot, especially like in the Archie days. So these like third variants, like these extra variants, these are always the ones that people are going to go for. So good time to check these out. So with that said, everybody, that's number 5. We are at our halfway point here on the top 10 comic show here.
Yeah.
Or to the long box on CovrPrice. So if you haven't already, guys, take a second, give us that thumbs up. We got more than 60 people chilling with us tonight on this random Tuesday, enjoying the show, enjoying some information. Marty and Chris are dropping knowledge. Marty and Chris are dropping sales information. We're here for fun. We're here to love comics. So don't miss any episodes. We got the Shaker Show on Thursdays, and on Fridays is another live show that John and Matt do, where they kind of just go over kind of like the weekly kind of trends of things. But that Friday show is the show you guys want to check out because they are always giving out some awesome, hard to find variants that ends up being on the list sooner or later. So check out the Friday show. Check us out here on Tuesdays. Check out the Shaker Show on Thursdays. It's a well-rounded channel, 100% for sure.
Yeah, and if you guys are watching on the Rewind, go down to the comment section and comment which of these covers was your favorite cover this week. And what was your X out of X? How many books did you have on this top 10 list? We want to know. The interaction with the viewers is something that we always look forward to. Everybody on both the top 10 and the Shakers list, we go check those comments and we try to reply because we just love talking about comics and we like talking to you guys. So please, by all means, leave a comment, share the feed, hit that bell icon, like and subscribe.
Wait a second. If you're bald, you get a discount on CovrPrice? Bro, wait.
Is that right?
I need to research this. That's worth shaking your head over.
JD said they gave away a Grommets last Friday on their show. So, and dude, I'm telling you, they give away good books. And the week, I remember a couple weeks prior to that, they gave away another key book as well. And they give away some good key books, guys. So check out the show. Definitely go on there. All you gotta do is comment, and if you win a book, you win a book, right?
That's it. Hey, doesn't hurt to watch. Hang out.
That's right.
Put your hashtag in the chat or whatever for your chance to win a book on Fridays. So,
yeah.
Number 4, I forgot where we were. Is that Chris? You're up on 4, right, bro?
Hey, you know what? If they're giving away a discount if you're bald, I gotta go shave my head. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We got Avengers.
Do it in the shower. Lather it up. Get a discount.
Get it. Yeah, if you need us to do a YouTube video on how to properly shave, just let us know.
Oh my god, no, I'm good.
Go with the grain, not against it.
Where's Laura to rein us in? Okay. For our top 10 list, number 4, we have Avengers number 55. This beautiful golden age. Actually, this would be silver, wouldn't it? 1968.
This is
from
silver,
Marvel.
yes, sir.
Yeah, Silver Age comic from Marvel in 1968. After the immense success of Deadpool and Wolverine, the MCU has been pushing announcements on upcoming projects. The first announcement was the casting of Doctor Doom at San Diego Comic-Con, and casting news is still bringing back the great guests, with the latest news announcing that James Spader will return to play Ultron in the Vision Quest series on Disney+. Ultron is a top-tier Marvel villain that many believed was not adequately represented in the Age of Ultron film. Count me in that category. Now that he's back and going to be on the Vision Quest Disney Plus series, he's getting a second chance to become a truly terrifying technological terror. Since the announcement was positively received, Ultron's first appearance has received significant attention in the aftermarket. We tracked 14 copies sold and a 7-day growth trend of 14%, with a high sale of $650 for a CGC 9.4 copy and a raw near mint for a very affordable $35. If I can get this for $35, I'm going to buy it after the show.
Oh, for sure, man. And I'm very happy to say this brings me 1 on the board, because I'm very happy to have this. Of course, it's not a 9.4. You know, I got a very low copy, but nevertheless, man, you never know what's going to come, pop up on these things every once in a while.
I mean, $650 for a 9.4 for a Silver Age comic. That thing is going to look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Silver Age high grade comics.
Oh my God.
The most beautiful looking comics you will ever see. $650, first appearance of Ultron. We got the Vision series. I wonder when we're going to start seeing that White Vision start popping back up. So yeah. that might be a thing too. But right now, Ultron.
Yeah.
If it's out there, $35. Let's do it, dude.
Do it, man, all day long.
I've got a feeling that a zero
Get 2 at that price.
Honestly, I'm on eBay right now. I don't see it for $35. I see it for $170 for fine, not near mint. So I'm going to guess that on the read that there may have been a 0 missing is probably around $300 for a near mint raw, which sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, because I'm saying if it's $35, I'm going to go buy right now.
Let's try 305.
Let's see what happens.
This is how much I believe in this book. Here's one for $50. I'm checking out right now. I'm buying it. So this one's mine.
Well, make sure you check that condition. Silver Age books, I always try to buy graded, just because I feel I'm pretty good at grading.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's hard for me to tell, especially not in person, even in person, is restoration. It's really hard for me to figure out if it's trimmed, things of that sort. Mm-hmm. Especially trimmed. That's almost impossible to tell. So I always try to get Silver Age books in CGC. So take your time, Chris. Take your time, everybody out there. Make sure you look at those books and you get what you want. You don't want to come back and it's missing a staple or some random stuff like that too.
No, for sure. Especially Silver Age books. I'm always getting, not getting, but I definitely would like to get those graded prior. You know what I mean? Buying it already graded. At least I know what the grade is going to be. So just like you, Gabe, I think I'm fairly good on grading myself. Not the best, but I don't want to take that risk, because once again, grading is subjective. And so you never know. So here we go.
At the same time, A grade is better than not having a book at all. If I could pick this up in a 5 for less than $50, I'll have it. And then I'll have the first appearance of Ultron, and that's pretty damn cool.
Let's do it. All right. What else is pretty damn cool is book number 3, Marty. So what do we got?
Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Beautiful. We were just talking about this. And number 3 brings you Alien versus Avengers number 1. This is the Mark Brooks Virgin 1-in-100 ratio, published by Marvel in August of 2024. In a comic where a new alien force attacks the Marvel Universe, Venom would be a character that charges to the front lines. Mark Brooks illustrated a phenomenal cover that caused a 1-in-100 variant to take the number 3 spot this week. The Virgin cover has become a highly collectible cover for both Venom and Alien fans. This is the first issue of a four-part limited series, causing fans to anticipate future crossover covers as badass as this one. Plus, there is a new costume for a fan favorite web slinger. We tracked 18 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 21% with a high sale of $190 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw of $174. So from this read, it says a new costume for a fan favorite web slinger. So Chris, would this be the first appearance of a new costume for Miles?
Yeah, and that came up in the last read. There is it's hard to talk about without giving away the story.
I gotcha. Yeah. No spoilers here yet. Yeah.
There is a story-driven costume change at the very end. And it's a shocker. It really is. This is a great story. And just look how much better. I mean, I know that Virgins tend to look better than the trades, but there are some that I prefer to have the trade on. But this just looks so much better without that crap on the side and the top, and there's no 20th Century Fox Studios in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, and James, King of the Golden State, makes a good point out there. Is anyone else tired of the 1-in-100 variants from Marvel? While you can get a trade dress for a cover. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but going back to exactly what Chris was saying too, was that some covers just look amazing as Virgin variants. Because all of that I think really took away from the cover. I didn't even see the background, because my eyes was more focused on just the character alone, because everything else around it, of course, was in my field of vision. So, I think this one does it so much more justice.
And now you can see that Venom is taking on the Xenomorph inside a nest. And that's,
right.
That gives so much more context.
Mm-hmm.
I think James is right. If you're going to get a Virgin cover for like $200, knowing Mark Brooks, he's probably going to have this as a print at his table at every convention. I'd rather just get the print for like $40 or whatever. Exactly. All right, cool guys. Good information on that one. Love this cover. Again, love Xenomorphs. Venom's everywhere. Venom. But let's go with number 2, Chris. What do we got?
All right, here we have I Lie Popeye, number 1. Trevor Richardson, the video game homage by Massive in August 2024. Another new book, but that's kind of the trend for this list. Have you ever wondered how Popeye lost his eye? I had no idea that Popeye only had one eye.
I had no idea either. I just thought he squinted that other eye.
Yeah. This book aims to answer that question once and for all. It also marks the return of Popeye to comic books in this new monthly series. Popeye is a well-known character, and this manga approach is compared to top-selling books like Dragon Ball and One Piece. The appeal of this character and the homage cover to the retro game Punch-Out make this the top grab of the week. This book has already received tons of great reviews for its story and artwork. We tracked 32 copies sold with a 7-day growth trend of 117%, a high sale of $40 for a near mint copy, and an average for that near mint raw of $31. I love the Punch Out homage. I have the Mike Tyson lithograph of this with Mike Tyson's signature on it.
Yeah.
It is awesome. Punch Out was a classic game. You gotta love it, right?
It was. I remember that so well. Body blow, body blow. Wasn't that the one with the body blow, right?
Yes.
Yes, I remember playing that in the 80s, man, when I was a kid, man. And we used to go to the bowling alley. And yep, sure enough, I still remember that game, man.
I still have a copy of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Do you really? Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
I think it's interesting they have Bluto as the Tyson character. That's pretty good. And you have oh God, what's his name? Buy me a hamburger, I'll buy you on Tuesday.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah, as a ref. Good stuff.
Let's do
Good
it.
stuff.
All right, we're coming down to the end, everybody. Thanks again for showing up and for joining us on this Tuesday, everybody. We got one last book this week, the number one spot. What is that going to be?
Wow, here we go. Number one brings you Four Kids Walk Into a Bank, number one, by Black Mass Studios, published in April of 2016. This 5-issue indie miniseries was likely overlooked during its release. However, the book was very positively received. In 2020, the book was picked up by Pictures Start, aiming to make it a full feature film. The story premise is intriguing. It focuses on a career criminal, Danny, being pulled back into one more bank robbery by his former colleagues. His teenage daughter overhears this conversation and decides to recruit her own 3 friends to rob the bank the day before so her father doesn't have to resume his life of crime. What took this book to the top spot this week is the recent announcement that the action star Liam Neeson is in talks of starring in the film. Neeson's stardom has propelled this book back into the spotlight. We tracked 38 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 183%, with a high sale of $93 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint raw of $18. Okay. Yes. Wow. Okay. So they're talking in works of making this into a film with Liam Neeson. So of course that propelled the book, but I've never read this. Anybody out there know anything about this book?
I've never read it before either. It's been a long time since I've heard this book on the list or anybody talk about it. I was like, whoa, 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank? Matthew Rosenberg is back up. So
Yeah.
I didn't even know Liam Neeson was even in talks. I didn't hear anything about there being any casting announcements or anything with this. So it's still a little cheap out there if you guys want a copy. Below $20 for a raw, sub $100 for a 9.8 is always a really good price. Anything over below $100 for a 9.8 is pretty decent.
I think that this is one you could probably still find in long boxes and back issues, and probably for a song too, because I'm looking at the sales data. I don't know if you guys in the audience, for those of you who are new, if you don't know, CovrPrice is what we use for all of this information. That's where all the data comes from. They are kind of the sponsor for the show. But if you're a member on CovrPrice and you go to this listing, you can look at the sales data and you can see that while rated 9.6s to 10s are few and far between, if the no grades, you go back and you see sales for $2, sales for $3 on eBay. I think that this is one of those books that you could probably go find in the back issues in the dollar bins, or if you have like an aftermarket seller around you, like I do at a local flea market. I bet you that this is there. I'm definitely going to go look because he's got boxes of indies. A lot of it is mid 2010s. And I bet that I can pick this up for $1.
Yeah.
Probably. Good luck. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. And and my dog here, of course, she read along with me, as you guys heard in the background.
I was like, man, somebody's just being rude, snoring while someone's reading. Like, it's so boring.
Right. that would be rude, right? If someone was reading and you hear someone snoring in the background.
Yeah, just snoring away. Like, wow, I guess nobody wants to hear about Popeye.
Man.
Like, come on. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and just do a quick little rundown of the books this week. A lot of offers out there. Surprisingly, I thought there would be some more numbers up on the board, but that's all in good fun. So we got Amazing Spider-Man 252 CGC 96, $435. Growth trend of 93% this week. Power Fantasy number 1 CGC 98 for $50. Growth trend of 70%. Grommets. This is the Chuck BB variant. $25 raw. Growth trend of 16%. Wolverine Revenge, the Red Band number 1. Raw of $59. Growth trend up of 2%. Deadpool 31. CGC 9.6, $85. Growth trend of 41%. Aliens versus Avengers number 1, $75. Growth trend of 448%. Sonic the Hedgehog number 72, raw sale of $20. Growth trend up 23%. Avengers 55, 9.4 for $650. Growth trend of 14%. Chris is out there buying one now. I can see him.
Yeah, right. I can hear his keyboard typing away, man.
He's rolling, dude. He was not joking. Alien versus Avengers number 1. This is the variant or the Virgin variant. $190. Growth trend of 21%. Popeye number 1, the Mike Tyson's Punch Out homage video game cover. $40. Growth trend of 117%. And coming in on top, 4 Kids Walk into a Bank number 1. CGC $93. Growth trend 183%.
Yeah, there's
All
there's a yo-yo variant of that book that now I have to go buy.
Oh, really? And it you know why James, King of the Golden State, doesn't put his how many he has? Because he has every single one. He has every single one of them. He doesn't want to make everybody, feel bad.
He's got the printing press. They send it to him direct. He uses it as insulation in his walls. Yeah, he's got them all.
He's got them all, man.
All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and put a bow on it, everybody. Let's wrap this up. Chris, what do you got going on, bud?
You guys can find me at Dr. Yo-Yo on Instagram. That's at symbol DRYOYO. Hit me up. You can follow me there. You can see all the cool things I'm pulling out of the collections that I buy. 90% of the things that I buy, I list either on HIP or on eBay. I love doing bulk outs. So if you guys want comics, I can be one of your hookups, but I'm not the only one. You should definitely be using CovrPrice to track your collection. It's $5 a month, $60 a year. It's, you just cut out one of your Starbucks every month and be on this amazing website that has all these cool trackers on it. Definitely get into this. At dryoyo.com. Gabe, can you put the titles at the underneath? Somebody's asking for those for us.
Let me see.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
get it out the way.
You lost. There you go.
Hey, okay. Also, if you're new to the channel, we do this Tuesdays. So I don't do this Tuesdays. These guys do it on Tuesdays. I'm filling in because they need somebody to be an extra voice. I'm on the Thursday show. There's the Friday show. It's all on this channel. So hit your notifications, hit that bell icon so you know when we're going to go live. We all the folks at CovrPrice always put up at least 12 hours ahead of time, and this is where you get the best information for comics. This is it right here. Thanks,
Marty. What do you got, my man?
Man, I can't follow that. Man, come on.
You can do it.
I always go after Chris and Gabe, and how am I supposed to? No, really, guys. Thank you for joining us as always. Really, really appreciate you guys out there. on the live chat as well as the rewind. And we really appreciate you guys joining us. Don't forget to hit that like and share button as well. Please subscribe if you're new here. Once again, we do this on Tuesdays and we do it on Thursdays as well. Please come join us over here. We're trying to keep TiVo's memory alive. And guys, always great as always. I'll see you guys Thursday. Chris and Gabe will not be here. We'll have who back with us on Thursday? Good question. I don't know, but we'll have some folks up here, and I'll be here as well, ladies and
Not
gentlemen.
my circus, not my monkeys. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Thursday is Marty, myself. We have Lando, Black State Comics, right?
Yep.
And a special guest return of JB.
Okay, there you go. Guys, JB's going to be back.
Himself.
Yes, he will be back on Thursdays, this Thursday. So please join us. Please join us. We're going to have Chris. You're going to be joining us as well on Thursday. Of course, Landon's going to be there. Laura's off having a good time in Europe somewhere. Laura, hope you're out there. And if you do watch us on the rewind, have a safe trip and enjoy yourself out there, guys. Always a great panel as always. Love being on this panel. All right, guys.
And everybody, thanks so much for showing up. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us tonight for this short time. We were sharing our lives together. The world's a little crazy right now, so hug your kids a little tighter, pet your dog a little harder, and we'll see everybody on the flip side. Have a great night, everybody.
Weird, and they're getting weird fast.
For the entire crew, this is TiVo saying keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.